Why does an attractive girl get attracted to nerdy guys?
Being nerd, I have found pleasure that there are some girls who like nerds. Nerds are smart, and I love how innocent they are with their emotions. I don't get why guys think everyone wants a six-pack gym rat, even if he's jobless. I hate those people. They walk around thinking everyone wants them and stalks girls at the gym. Nerds are absolutely adorable, and I love their knowledge of random facts. We never run out of things to talk about. Unfortunately, not many girls think that way. I was pretty much the little Asian nerd at school, hanging with the equally nerdy kids. No girls ever paid attention to us, unless it was asking how to answer question 5 in the science homework. When this girl in my university initiated conversation asking me what class I had next after class, in my mind I was like, did this girl just ask me something? This is awesome and unexpected. Last guy I was in a relationship was exactly this, complete nerd, and I felt like he had all these amazing qualities and was down to earth. He turned out to be a deceiving little prick and the worst mama's boy. He may have well sucked on her literally, kicked him to the curb. Not all nerd boys are great. Being raised by strict parents, I always caved into myself and I became a nerd. I never really had any friends and stuff in high school, so I never became popular. I'm 25 and now I gotta feel myself. If girls like nerdy guys, like I'm right here, I'm handsome, I am loyal. A hot nerdy guy is hot without conventional attractiveness or severe shyness or awkward social skills. But the guys being described as lovably nerdy are unfailingly polite, kind. A bit of sincere shyness is absolutely endearing to many females for good reason. In simple terms, their feelings are unclear, and women love a man whose feelings are unclear. He is focused on his work. He doesn't bother about any women and doesn't give a damn. Women are like cats, and the cats come to the person who gives least attention and allow them to come at their pace. Secondly, they don't know what to say, so they come straight and make it obvious if they like. They don't try hard in making up something. If a man pours out emotions all the time, a woman would get bored. There's a nerdy guy in my class, but different section, and I have a huge crush on him. And I really want him to be my friend, at least, as I don't know if he likes me or not. I have noticed him a lot of times looking at me, but I think that's because he finds me weird or something. I am a nerd who met my wife 34 years ago. At the time, I envisioned a lonely life as far as having a relationship with a woman. When I met her for the first time, though she was beautiful, it was the first time that someone got me. We have been married ever since. Nerdy guys usually end up single every time, like nerdy girls too. The best game is no game, and that's what makes nerds attractive to some women, including myself. Nerdy guys have not been playing the game enough to have a playbook. They've been otherwise occupied mixing chemicals in their bedroom just to see what happens. I jest, but you get what I mean. It's not to say that they don't have the same biological urges or desires we all have, but they are passionate about things other than just sex. I dated a few nerds in college. I remember one of my popular guy friends coming up to me one day after he'd seen me with my nerdy date and incredulously asking, "What do you see in him?" I said, "He's really interesting. He's kind and well-read and funny. He's genuine and smart. We talk for hours about fascinating things. He treats me well, and he's not a bad lover either. And yes, he paints. His paintings are freaking incredible. Exactly what talents do you possess that exclude beer and chicks?" I think nerd is another way of saying has interests outside of just girls. To me, that's attractive. Won't speak about the attractive girl part, but nerds are extremely attractive. Bad boys are only good in books, in theories. It's the nerdy guys who win in reality. At least for me, they're husband material. It's no surprise that they are. You can hold multiple conversations with them. You can debate, argue, dabble, talk, dream about everything and anything that comes under the sun. Flirt nerdy. It's the best. Once the initial infatuation fades, it's these conversations and mingling that keep you engaged. They're highly focused, and there's nothing more attractive than an ambitious, driven man who has a goal in life. Nerdy guys, and I am assuming you mean the good guys here, are extremely responsible and honorable as individuals. Every woman loves to be treated like a lady, and nerdy guys do just that. P.S. I would call myself a sapiosexual, so that's probably why. I am sure there are many other sapiosexual women who feel the same. Nerdy guys are very much my type. Intelligence is sexy. I'd much rather discuss history with a guy than have them start shallow conversations and send not pics. While nerdy guys are my weakness, I have dates several types of guys: the jocks, guys in rock bands, rednecks, goth, models, etc. I always go back to the nerdy guys. The relationships tend to be more serious, and they tend to be more loyal. They seem to try harder and end up being more successful. You would think it's money, but when I first met my nerdy husband, he was broke, broken-hearted, and going through an awful divorce. He says I am his saving angel. He calls me princess, and he treats me like a princess. I fell in love with a man who is smart, chivalrous, serious-minded, and loving. He cares for me when I'm sick, and he loves the same things I do as well: computers, binge-watching Lord of the Rings and Ancient Aliens, watching the stars through our telescope, rocketry, trips to Hawaii, and thinking together about things like the possibility of a multiverse and how stars explode. He protected me once from a man with a gun at a restaurant. He's deep, serious-minded, and loves me for me, not just for how I look, but for who I am. Because nerdy boys are the best. They are smart and interesting, usually kind, and frankly, so far have been better in bed. I think because they listen to their partners and really pay attention. I'm not saying all nerds are great lovers and everyone else sucks. It's just been that my nerdy lovers were better. Plus, the approach is different. Some nerdy guy asking about you and wanting to get to know you will always be better than some dude hitting on you in the bar. Frankly, give me a nerd any day.
This is all for today, but the magic continues in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe and support us for more heartwarming content. Together, we'll keep the conversation alive. Until next time, stay connected and stay inspired.